Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Speakeasy, sophisticated sports talk with the best in the game. I'm the man behind the bar, rocking my Texas hat today, hopefully giving us some good work this weekend.
We see ya.
I'm joined here with two of the best in the game, two guys that made it to the highest of highs in the sport of football, the NFL. Acho was there for a little bit. Acho, how we doing, man?
Karen, you have way too much fun with these introductions.
No, it's okay,
You got
man.
way too much fun, Care Bear, with these introductions. I like the hat, though. I'm stealing it from you after the show.
Okay, wow, that's crazy. Yeah, no, you have to fight me for that one. On the other side, we have a Super Bowl champion.
He in the building.
We have a Packers
He in the building.
legend. The first
He in the
player
building.
ever to wear a hoodie under a set
He in
of
the
football
building.
pads. A
He
treensetter.
is in.
I should
Hey,
have
I'm always looking over your
building.
pockets. EA, you owe this man some money.
They do.
James
They do.
Jones in the building. How we doing today, man?
Man, I'm great. You know what's crazy about that?
What?
Because my kids be going out there to they football games
Yep,
and they
yep,
be like, I got the J-Mo drip on today. I got this drip on today.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I had loose sleeves. Look, I had a hoodie.
I did this.
It was me. I got the J-Mo drip. That's your daddy drip. I said, y'all better start putting some respect on me, man.
Nah, that's
So it's
crazy.
good to be here.
Oh, my dog James Jones in the
My
building.
brother.
Let's
My
go.
Hey, I
brother.
told y'all said y'all wanted James Jones.
I'm here.
And we got James Jones. Hey, we got a show, though.
Yeah.
We do.
We have a show.
We have a show and we
Russell
get to,
Wilson?
Yeah.
Ooh,
Oh no, he been talking crazy.
Russ.
I ain't never seen this out of Russ
I
ever.
like it.
Look,
like it.
y'all in
Crazy.
for a treat. Where we at, Care Bear?
No,
Talk to
look,
me.
we got to start off, though, talking about America's team, the greatest football franchise in the history of football franchises, according to Jerry Jones. The Dallas Cowboys made news today. Trey Wingo put out a tweet saying, according to sources, the Dallas Cowboys have made inquiries about the Raiders pass rusher Max Crosby. And then this was shortly followed up after with another tweet saying that the Raiders met with Max Crosby today and let him know that they aren't shopping him and they won't be trading him. The sources tell Slater NFL. Fellas, do you think this is a good move for the Cowboys and Raiders to trade Max Crosby? They're not a good team right now. What do you guys think?
James, you in the building for this. Every Sunday you do a show with the Raiders. You played for the Raiders. You know what nobody else knows. Tell the people they in for a treat. What's the word, Jay?
You're right, brother. Every Sunday, I'm in the Raiders building.
Yeah.
I'm sitting up there, not my office, but somebody else's office. And, you know, and I'm hearing all the whispers and all that type stuff. Max Crosby's not going anywhere.
Really?
You know, it's a couple people probably in the history of the game that are untradeable. You know what I mean? The Tom Brady's.
Yep.
You know, Aaron Rodgers.
Yep.
Max Crosby is up there in that category.
Untradeable.
Untradeable. And untradeable not because of stats, but untradeable because his leadership, untradeable because how hard he plays, and untradeable just strictly because what he means to that organization.
Mm-hmm.
If you trade Max Crosby right now, you know what you are telling the fans?
What's that?
It's over. That's what you're telling the fans, and you're not telling the fans it's over for this year. You're telling the fans it's over for years to come. Max Crosby is your franchise player.
Yeah.
If you trade your franchise player right now, this Raiders organization don't got nothing else to believe in.
But Jay, ain't it already over for the Raiders? Like I
This
don't say,
year, possibly.
I don't say this to be hyperbolic,
Yeah.
but Max with the Raiders ain't won a
Yeah.
goddamn thing.
True
if we're
fact.
being honest, it's
That
not
is good.
Max's fault by any stretch of the
That's very
imagination.
true.
But the Raiders had Josh Jacobs with Max Crosby, didn't win nothing. Raiders had Derek Carr with Josh Jacobs with Max Crosby, didn't win nothing.
That is
The
true.
Raiders have had different players and haven't won anything. So if you are the Raiders, why not? While he is still, I think, only 28 years of age,
Yeah.
still in his prime, still putting stuff on tape that you won't see anybody else
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
I was watching the tape today. Why not deal Max Crosby while you can still get maybe a first and a third for the kid?
And then you're going to be looking for a Max Crosby. You know, that's why it's really crazy to me right now, though. Like, I hear these reports coming out, like the Dallas Cowboys called for Max Crosby. And you already put the ticket in for Micah Parsons years ago. Like, that's crazy to me. And now you're looking for another guy. Raiders, don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't be in that situation. This is a dude that is the best at his position. Do not trade him. Try to go look for another Max Crosby and try to rebuild this thing. He's already in the building.
Yeah.
Go out there, Pete Carroll. You are really good at putting good rosters together. You got a good running game. Just start building around
Can I say this, though? The Cowboys got to make an offer to the Raiders that they cannot refuse. I was thinking about
100%.
it. Not only is Max Crosby incredibly talented, but the Cowboys have one of the best offenses they've ever had in the last 20 years.
Yeah.
Cowboys are going to have a lead, which means the opponent's going to have to pass the ball. And if the opponent has to pass the ball, you know what the hell you need?
Yeah.
A pass rusher.
Ain't that crazy?
So based upon the math of the Cowboys winning games this season, it'd be one thing, Jay, if the Cowboys were going to win games based on defense and win games 21-17. Hell no.
Yeah.
Cowboys are going to win games 41-38, 28-27, 35-32.
That's true.
The Cowboys desperately need a Max Crosby because Dak Prescott, George Pickens, CeeDee Lamb, and Jake Ferguson, Javonte Williams are all in their bag.
Yeah.
So if the Cowboys are going to make you have to go score points to beat them, you need a Max Crosby to go out there and get sacks.
Yeah,
You do.
I think this is just Jerry Jones operating the team. Like this is what it is. Hey, we desperately need a pass rusher. It's if only with the same roster you have right now, you could have had an elite pass rusher like a Micah Parsons. It doesn't make sense. Also, I think it's funny that he goes right to the Raiders, the same team that traded Amari Cooper to Dallas and had him
true.
absolutely hooping over there as well. I think it's just Jerry trying to pull a fast one on the Raiders again. And to be honest, I don't think they're going to trade him because they're not going to get a package that they like.
Yeah.
Jerry has as many first rounders as he's ever had to play with, ever. I think he's going to utilize those ones, and it's I don't know.
So go ahead, Jay.
And to get Max Crosby, I think it's going to take 2 first rounders.
Wow.
It's going to take 2 first rounders. Well, what Max Crosby is for that Raiders organization, it is going to take 2 first rounders to get Max Crosby. And I don't think the Dallas Cowboys are willing to give up 2 first rounders for Max Crosby. So,
no.
But here's what I don't get, bro. Here's what I don't get real quick, fellas, is if you have this superstar player that Max is, but you not winning nothing with them, should you not try to make a move only for this reason, James? They say what? Doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results is insanity. The Raiders have had, I think, 7 seasons with Max Crosby from 2019 to 2025. You ain't won nothing.
No.
So is it not borderline insane to continue to hoard Max Crosby, continue to act like Max Crosby is going to lead you to the promised land when the fact of the matter is Max Crosby alone isn't enough. Myles Garrett alone isn't enough. TJ Watt alone isn't enough. With all due respect, elite pass rushers, an elite pass rusher alone isn't enough. So if you only got an elite pass rusher, you ain't got nothing at all.
Yeah, but that is why some of them teams are still relevant, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, some of them teams are still relevant. Like, when the Cleveland Browns sell tickets, you know who probably on the season ticket cover?
Who that?
Probably Myles Garrett.
Yeah.
When the Raiders sell tickets, you know who is on there? Because I seen Max Crosby.
Yeah.
Like, you got to have a player that people want to come see, that people want to pay tickets to come see. If you trade Max Crosby away, with all due respect to Ashton Genty, he hasn't done enough yet.
Yeah.
Geno Smith is not playing good football right now. Where's the excitement in the organization?
Let me ask you this.
Can't just let him walk.
Do the Cowboys, because I can't wait to get to the Russell Wilson conversation. It is coming. And y'all be ready. Do the Cowboys have to make a move for a pass rusher? If not Max Crosby, someone.
If they want to compete. If the Cowboys want to compete, and like you just said, their offense is cooking. George is going to work. Dak is playing out of his mind.
Yeah.
CeeDee Lamb just came back playing good football. You got Williams running the air out of the ball. Like, they're legit on offense. They're a really good offense. If they want to compete in this division and get into the playoffs and compete with the Rams and the Packers and those teams that's going to be in there, then, yeah, you got to do something to go get a pass rusher.
Have the Cowboys surprised you? Because I thought the Cowboys would probably be 2-5 at this point in time. But the fact that the Cowboys have actually won several games. Care Bear, they got a winning record, 4-3-1? Or 3-3-1?
No, we're 3-3-1 right now.
I mean, the fact that the Cowboys are sitting at 500, a game away.
Dak surprised me.
Oh.
Because Dak is carrying the team. Dak, the way, like, I was at that Packers-Cowboys game where he was the best player on the field.
Yeah.
Then you watch him against the Washington Commanders, he's the best player on the field.
Yeah.
Dak is really surprising. Even when they played the Eagles, he's the best player on the field. CeeDee Lamb catch a couple of them balls, they win that game. You know what I'm saying? And it's a totally different start to the season. The way Dak is playing right now surprised me because Dak really looks like one of the best quarterbacks in the league. He looks like an Aaron Rodgers balling.
We're not scheduled to talk about Dak today, but I know you're going to want to hear the answer to this question. Shady always says, bruh, I don't care what Dak does in the regular season because in the playoffs, and rightfully so, Niners chokes. Niners again chokes. The most egregious of all of them was against the Packers. Youngest Packers team in the NFL, average age, I think, 26.2. Cowboys had won 15 straight home games, if not 16 straight home games. Jordan Love had never started a playoff game. Dak Prescott had started, I think, 6 playoff games. And Jordan Love and that young Packers team rolls into Dallas and beat the brakes off of them. As great as Dak is playing right now, should we care?
Absolutely. And not only should we care, like, we got to open our eyes. To be honest with you, Dak ain't never really looked like this. And I know Dak has been second in MVP voting, but what Dak is putting on tape right now, he ain't never looked like this. He making every play.
Yeah.
He is really making every play. He hasn't looked like this. And not only that, Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys playing with house money.
Yeah, very true.
It ain't no pressure on you.
Very
true. You trade Micah Parsons, nobody got no got no expectations for this team. So if Dak gets in the playoffs, everybody gonna be looking like, man, the Cowboys shouldn't even be here. Dak shouldn't even be here. They gonna lose to whatever team they playing in. He playing with house money. I think this Dak right now that we seeing, this is a very scary Dak.
No, I think Dak's incredible, and he's been incredible this season. 2023 is the only time that I've seen him playing at this level, and he has a run game to go along with it, which I think opens up so much for him. CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens, even with CeeDee Lamb out, he was cooking. It's crazy. Like you said, I've never seen that. But I think for the Raiders, and I hate to say this as a Cowboys fan, for the Raiders with Max Crosby, the lesson is right there in front of you. Don't take the bait.
Don't.
The Cowboys are desperate right now for an elite pass rusher. And elite pass rushers, they come, honestly, very few and far between, even more so than quarterbacks do at the NFL level. So having a guy that is a game changer that can completely take over a drive and ruin a game for someone else, you can't just trade those guys. And also the 2 first-round picks, I do think Max Crosby is worth a first round and something. If he's worth 2 first-round picks, why did you give up Micah Parsons for 2 first-round picks? It doesn't make sense. So in my opinion, Cowboys are in a tough position because you either have to eat it and just say goodbye to the season, or you have to give those right back up. And it almost, Jerry, you have to admit that you messed up letting Micah Parsons go for 2 firsts. That's just how it feels.
But is that it's a great conversation. Yeah. If Jerry moves on to try to go get Max or another pass rusher, is that admitting he messed up? Or is that, you know what, Micah, you're great. I didn't want to make you the highest paid player in the history of the National Football League. I'm going to go get a guy who can give me 12, 13, 14, 15 sacks too and keep it pushing. Micah Parsons is a 13-sack guy. Max Crosby's a 13-sack guy, a 14-sack guy. So at the end of the day, it's like, if you move on.
Even trade for Max Crosby and Micah Parsons at the end of the day? And you get Kenny Clark, I guess. So you get a defensive tackle and then an edge rusher that's not as good as Micah. I'm sorry, he's not Micah.
Yeah,
he's not
but you're
Micah.
gonna have to. Well, Max is
Address
something
that.
else.
Max is tough. He's not Micah though.
Max played
Max
run.
is something else now.
If
It is some teams.
Max played for the Cowboys,
it is some teams right now that will take
Max over
Max
Micah,
Crosby over Micah. And that is no disrespect to Micah. Max Crosby is like that. Yeah. But at the end of the day, you're going to give up a first rounder and a second rounder or 2 firsts to get Max Crosby over there in that building. You're absolutely admitting you messed up.
Ooh.
You have a pass rusher in Micah Parsons that you let out of the building and you got 2 first-round picks for and Kenny Clark. You are admitting you messed up if you go over here and get Max Crosby, because last time I checked, Max Crosby ain't making the money I'm making. Max Crosby is making Micah Parsons money as well, too. So you're taking on his contract as well, and you're giving back those picks. It's like, man, I messed up. And I don't know, to be honest with you, I don't know if Jerry Jones thought his team would be this good. I really don't. Because if you thought your team would be this good, you probably would have paid Micah, knowing that your offense was going to come out here and play at a high level, and you were going to need somebody to go after to get after the quarterback.
This is why James Jones in the Speakeasy, because he preaching. Before we get to the topic of the day, before we get to Russell Wilson, and we unleash, what's up with the super chat?
So look, we got one from Rasheed Hawkins. He said James Jones a real one. He agreed with you immediately. Always. We also had another one earlier, $20 super chat, but he wasn't able to send the message. Social Trey working with him right now. I figured out what's happening, but I agree. Actually, it just came in. It just came in.
Real quick.
Go ahead.
Social Trey, I know you married and all. Shout out to your lovely wife. But I miss you, my dog. Social Trey, I miss you, my dog. Hey, you finna be back in the building in about 5 days. Just know, Social Trey, I miss you, my dog. And make sure you get on him in the chat, bro. Hey. You got time or you got time out. Make sure you get on him in the chat,
Social Trey, man. Getting married early, man.
There you go.
A fall wedding a little crazy to me, yo. During football season, a little crazy.
How you a football fan get married during football season?
Man, see, that's what I'm saying. It's a little crazy. It's a little crazy.
Yeah, they got TV.
Are y'all anti-fall weddings?
Man.
Completely.
Yeah, I'm completely off the fall weddings. Yeah, no, fall weddings is crazy. I told my girl, too. I'm like, look, It could be the most beautiful autumn season. We
on.
can
Some
delay it.
people don't like
You and your
them, though.
girl already talking about
No,
marriage?
not yet. Not yet. I'm
pretty
saying.
well
I'm
blessed.
saying.
he's not
No,
talking about
because I
girl.
got invited to a fall wedding, and I
Okay.
said I'm not going.
Hell no.
I'm not going. I got work to do.
Honestly, it's offensive.
It is.
Don't
It
invite
is.
me to your wedding in the fall.
Exactly.
How selfish is
If,
that of
I'm
you?
telling you, your friend is selfish, or he doesn't have enough control of his household. No, I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna go there. But
When our weddings?
telling you.
Who wear the
Weddings
pants?
is on a Saturday, though, right? Or are you doing it on a Sunday?
nah, it's
If
weddings
you
on
do it on
Saturday.
Sunday, you ain't got the money. Can we be honest?
Oh yeah.
So,
If
so
you're
on
married-
Saturday, right?
Yeah.
So
Saturday.
there ain't no
College
NFL
football.
games on Saturday.
College football, James Jones.
College football on Saturday, man.
Man, come on,
Look,
man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, get married. March is an acceptable wedding month.
I'm gonna be
April,
honest.
a phenomenal wedding
Wait,
month.
hey,
July 4th, great.
Yeah, I'm
He
gonna be
said,
honest.
don't invite me, though.
Don't invite.
We ever have a fall wedding? It's got to be on my Texas
Y'all
bye week. It's got to be on the
something
bye week of my
else,
team.
man.
It's got to be.
Y'all are
And even then,
something.
I'm still gonna have a screen at the reception. You're gonna be mad.
I've
boys,
watched
crazy.
games on my phone at weddings before.
Yeah, no.
And I will
Man,
again.
Same. I'll be dancing with her like
man.
Facts.
she gonna be upset. Well,
Y'all
but
are
anyway,
something else.
we did get a $20 super chat from Carlos Cano. He said, "Big fan of the Speakeasy. Watching since y'all's previous show.
Hey.
What can the Packers do to improve? Do you think Christian Watson coming back can make them a bigger threat?
Hold on,
I feel like
Carlos.
the coach ain't play calling great though. We are gonna get to the Packers.
We're going to get to the Packers.
Yeah.
Make sure
My
that
dog
super chat
LaFleur.
screenshot.
Yeah. We got that
Carlos,
one
we're going to
saved.
get to that super chat. James Jones in the building. How we not going to talk about the
we
Packers,
gotta
bro?
talk
How we
Pack,
not going
man.
to talk about
we got to
the
talk about the
Packers?
Packers. We will get to the Packers later. But like Acho has been alluding to since the beginning of this show, we got to talk about Russell Wilson finally clapping back, man.
Thank God.
It's been crazy. First and foremost, Sean Payton had media availability and had some shots to throw. at
Y'all
Russell
turn
Wilson.
your
I'll let you
volume
guys,
up.
I'll let you guys take a
Turn
listen.
your volume up.
I have a ton of respect for that organization. I spent 4 of my early years there, coordinating Super Bowl, first game in this stadium before 9/11. Close with the Mayor Tisch family, and you know they found a little spark with that quarterback. I was talking to John Mayer not too long ago, and I said we were hoping that change would have happened long after our game. I have a ton of respect.
Saying that essentially Sean saying that he was hoping that change would happen because he wanted to play against
wanted to
Russ,
play Russ.
thinking that Russ was sweet. Also,
What
I
Russ
don't know.
say?
Yeah, no, we
What
got to
Russ
see
say?
what Russ said.
What did Russ
said?
say?
Classless but not surprised.
Woo!
Didn't realize you're still bounty hunting 15 plus years later though through the media.
Hey, round of applause.
Get
Everybody
it,
stop
Russ.
what you're doing.
Get it,
You
Russ.
stop what you're doing right now back there. You clap. And you
Get
clap
it,
for this.
Russ.
You clap for
Crazy.
this.
Russ clapping back, man. What's y'all's take on this? Do y'all love the Russ clap back? Do you think it was petty? What do you think?
Sound off, brother.
Russ, I am so proud of you for finally taking the low road. Because every now and then, bruh, Jesus loved a lot of people, but he flipped some tables too. And I like flipping table Russell Wilson. Sean Payton been trying Russell Wilson since the day he met Russell Wilson when he said, and I quote, "Russ, you need to stop kissing all those babies." Russell Wilson added 26 touchdowns to 8 interceptions his last year in Denver with Sean Payton. Sean Payton said he wanted to bench Russell Wilson because of bad performance. That was a lie. Sean Payton wanted Russell Wilson to remove the injury guarantee in his contract just in case Russell Wilson went onto the field and got hurt. Do your research, fact check me, in case Russell Wilson went onto the field and got hurt so that the Denver Broncos would not owe Russell Wilson any more money in case he had a career-threatening injury. And Russell Wilson never revealed the secret that that's what the Denver Broncos organization was up to. Sean Payton wants to go to the podium now that Sean Payton has moved on to greener pastures and Russell Wilson has moved on to greener pastures, and Sean Payton still wants to throw shade, but because Russell Wilson is a kind man, Sean Payton thought Russell Wilson wasn't going to snap back. I love this Russell Wilson. Finally, he found the off-ramp and found the low road. He been on the high road. I'm tired of high road Russell Wilson. And it's not to say that Russell Wilson isn't kind, but sometimes Russell Wilson, you got to let them know stop trying you. Legion of Boom has tried Russell Wilson. Pete Carroll has tried Russell Wilson. Richard Sherman, Doug Baldwin, Marshawn Lynch have all tried Russell Wilson. Russ, remind everybody the Seahawks were sorry before you. Remind everybody the Seahawks were sorry up until this year after you. Pete Carroll didn't win nothing without Russell Wilson.
True.
DB's was still there. He didn't win nothing without Russell Wilson. 7-9 record, 7-9 record. Look it up. Don't fact check me. Don't just take my word. Russell Wilson helped the Seahawks go to 2 Super Bowls and win 1. And Pete Carroll ain't won a gosh darn thing without Russell Wilson. And Sean Payton, you still waiting on you to win some games. Let me remind everybody, Sean Payton showed up in Denver and his defense gave up 70 points. Hello. Sean Payton, can you coach? Because you was over here trying to bench Russell Wilson, and your team was sorry. 70 points in a game to the Miami Dolphins?
Yeah.
70 points in an NFL game? Russell Wilson beat the Kansas City Chiefs in Denver for the first time since 2015. It was 2023. And you want to bench him after that and try to suggest that Russell Wilson can't play the quarterback position? No. Russ, you got to start checking these folk, and I'm glad you started checking these folk. But Russ, this is just the beginning. And don't worry, you got some soldiers behind you. Because if you want other people to shoot at Sean Payton, I'm right there with you, bruh. I'm right there with you. I defend Russell Wilson the person. Too many people come at Russell Wilson the person. Does Russell Wilson struggle on the field at times? Duh. Several people do. Is Russell Wilson still a Hall of Famer? I would also suggest duh. He had a 10-year illustrious career, and the last 4 he's been trying to figure it out. But Sean Payton, for what, bro? Yeah. For what? Yeah. For what? Go ahead, Jay.
Yeah, that's well said right there. But I'm proud of Russ.
Thank you.
Because for me, it takes a lot to get me mad. But when you do get me there, move out the way, Care Bear. Don't hold me back. Jay is cool, none of that. I done already took all the other stuff on the chin and I done let it go.
Yeah.
This is it. I'm not even playing, and you taking shots at me basically saying I'm soft.
Yep.
Because that's what you was calling me when I was there.
Yep.
Now you taking shots at me basically saying I'm sorry and I'm not as good as a first-year rookie quarterback. We was hoping it happened. After us, we wanted to play Russell Wilson because we don't think he's that good. That's basically what you're saying. So this is the kind of response you're going to get from me.
Yeah.
And I applaud Russ for coming at him like that and saying that. I would have came at him a long time ago for disrespecting me like that, not even as a football player, as a man.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, that's what Sean Payton is doing.
Yeah.
Obviously, you want something. So if you want to meet me in the parking lot of the gas station or something, just say that. Because it's obviously something that you don't like about me, that you keep bringing my name up. I'm not even on your team, bro.
Yeah.
I didn't even play today, bro. And you talking about me?
Yeah.
And shooting shots at me?
Talk about it, Jay.
Okay. All right, so this is what you're going to get. And to be honest with you, everything's off limits now. Have a bad game, Sean Payton. Make a bad call. I'm finna be putting all this stuff and tweeting all this stuff and bringing all this stuff to the light. Because you're right, Acho. Since you got to Denver, you ain't been like that, bro.
You ain't done nothing.
Shoot, since you won the Super Bowl in New Orleans, you had 1 or 2 good years. You ain't really been like that.
Correct.
And you done had a lot of stuff connected to your name too not good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And ain't nobody bringing that stuff up, but you continue wanting to talk about me. I applaud Russ for coming at him like that, man. It should have happened a long time ago.
And James is right. It should have happened a long time ago.
Because it ain't been about football.
Correct.
It hasn't been about football with Sean
And you know
Payton
what I
Russ.
hate, bruh? James, is like so often people try the nice guy. You feel me? And they try to dude who think they ain't gonna do nothing.
Yeah.
I remember in Philly, I won't say the dude's name, but dude kept trying me, defensive lineman. And finally, after we broke a huddle one time, it was a team huddle, we broke it. Chip Kelly had called us all up. And I said, bruh, if you're gonna do something, do something.
Do something.
Because you keep chirping. Chirp, 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 chirp. And at this point in time, I'm like, I'd rather just fight you and let the chips fall where the hell they finna fall. You know what I'm saying?
And
Like,
if you keep
rather
chirping,
than
you're not gonna do nothing.
Of course. That's why they chirping. Like, Sean Payton knows who he can try. And the problem is, if we're being honest right now, Russ has made himself very tryable.
No doubt. No doubt.
He's made himself. I know Russell Wilson. Me and Russell Wilson, we first met at the Senior Bowl before either of us were ever in the NFL. We met at an All-Star game. So I've known Russell Wilson for a long time, pre-Sierra, pre-all of that. And the dilemma is, Russell Wilson, for so long, has held on to this phenomenal image, and it's real. Like, Russ is just a great man, a God-fearing man, and all that. But Russell Wilson has leaned way too much into lamb and not enough into lion. And y'all pick that up if y'all go to church first service, second service, or third. He leans way too much into, like, the meek, kind, gentle, and not enough into giant.
But
this was giant.
I can understand that if you're talking about football. Once you start talking about me as a man and disrespecting me as a man, we on to something totally different.
Yeah.
This ain't even on the football no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, this man has came at this dude, stop kissing babies and all that.
Come on,
That's
bro.
calling another man soft, basically.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And every single time I'm around, you bring my name up. that has nothing to do with football,
Correct.
bruh.
Correct.
Yeah.
So if we gonna do
Correct.
that, man, I would have been up in Sean Payton's office.
Let me ask you this though, Jay. Hold on. Is Russ accountable for any of this? Reason being, Marshawn Lynch one time said he couldn't get in touch with Russ because he would have to like text Russ's publicist to get in touch with Russ and blah, 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 blah. Russ never spoke out, never diffused the situation. Legion of Boom has come out from Richard Sherman on Thursday Night Football. He called out Russ after a Thursday night game. Doug Baldwin recently went on Marshawn's podcast with Mike Robb and called out Russell Wilson. But Russ never says anything. There is a part of me that's like, hey, Russ, eventually you got to say something. I hear Russ right before we came on set.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, bro, if you need a safe platform, holla at me. I saw Russ at the Super Bowl. Russ, it's Lala, Sierra, Russ. They all sit next to each other in the corner. I know Russ, but I ain't no type of groupie, right? So I go over there. What up, G? You good? Cool. Bet. I'm finna walk away. He's like, Acho, sit down. All right. I ain't got no beef. What's up, G? He's like, bro, how it went in Denver ain't nothing really like how they portrayed it to the media. I said, I know, I hate how they did you. I said, but talk to me. He said, bro, they came up to me and tried to make me change my contract. And I told them, hell no, I ain't gonna sign it. And they came up to him early, he said. He said they came up to him by like week 7, week 8, like right after they had beat the Chiefs. They didn't make the move until week 16, if y'all remember. It was just the last 2 games. But they had tried to go up to Russ early and tell him to remove the contract. The problem is Russ kept balling, so they could never bench him. You feel me? Like after Russ beats the Kansas City Chiefs and the Broncos had lost to the Chiefs, I believe 11 straight times, they could never bench him. I said, Russ, bro, why don't you say anything? And he was like, nah, that ain't really me. That ain't really me. And I'm like, bro, if you don't create a narrative, the media will take one and create whichever one they feel like creating, Jay. So do you make Russ culpable at all for any of this, football or otherwise?
Well, I mean, Russ may have, he may have a little bit to do with it, but at the end of the day, I don't think them dudes disrespected him like Sean Payton has disrespected him.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that, if Beast Mode says, man, I had to go through his publicist to get to him, that might be true. But after that, he ain't say this, that, and that.
Yeah.
He just said, man, I had to go through and I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, what Sean Payton is doing is really disrespecting Russ as a man in public.
Yeah.
Now, Beast Mode would have said, man, I had to go through his publicist. Then he answered the phone and he acting like this and he acting like that.
Yeah.
That's different.
Yeah.
That's basically what Sean Payton is doing.
Yeah.
Hey, world, I want to let y'all know, bro, this dude kissing babies, he a sucker, man. And he ain't that good of a football player. That's why we want to play him instead of the rookie.
Hey, let me ask
That's
you this.
basically what he's saying.
And I want to ask you this, because we all family in here. Y'all family watching this show, obviously. We appreciate y'all watching. Y'all could be doing anything. Do you see Russ, do you Care Bear? You're on the outside in. Obviously, James played in the league, or I played in the league, blah, blah, whatever that means. Do you see Russ as inauthentic? Because that's a large part of what Russ has gotten into is people see him as inauthentic. I don't. I think that Russ is just a incredibly God-fearing man who really wants to try to act like, look like, walk like, and talk like Jesus at all times. And that comes off as very inauthentic because when he should be mad, he's happy. When he should be sad, he's happy. Yeah. When he should be frustrated, he's happy. When he should be annoyed, he's happy. When he just gets benched for Jackson Dart, he goes to a children's hospital. And instead of tweeting like A.J. Brown might, he's just like, God's in control, God's got it. And people read that as inauthentic. I don't think Russ is inauthentic. I just think Russ is atypical. And we read that as inauthentic.
I'll put it this way, right? It's twofold. I do think he's a God-fearing man that tries to walk with the Lord as much as he possibly can. And that's what he genuinely tries to do on a day-to-day basis. I also think we're sitting here clapping, celebrating a 36-year-old man for standing up for himself the first time in the public eye.
That's crazy.
I'm sorry. That's a little soft to me.
Wait.
I'm sorry. We're sitting here clapping, celebrating a 36-year-old man who's been in the NFL for a double-digit amount of years, who's led his team to Super Bowls for finally showing a little bit of pride.
Speaking up for himself.
And for speaking up for himself. In my honest opinion, it's not. Let
me ask you a corny question. I'm going to ask you a corny question. I hate that I'm about to ask you. I hate it. I don't want to.
Let's go ahead.
Russ asks himself this before he does things, so I got to ask you this. But Russ is probably asking himself, I'm going to ask you, what would Jesus do?
What would Jesus do? Of course.
As a corny, I'm sorry. I know I'm sorry. But I saw this post and I was mixed.
Okay.
Because I'm like, dang, Russ, I don't know if Jesus would have done that. And Russ, that's what you ask yourself before you behave. Russ isn't going to lash out like Kyler Murray.
Okay.
I think Russ is always like, I am called to be a man of God, a man of faith. I am called to live my life above reproach. I am called to be in the world, but not of the world. So while we all think clap back, cuss them out, don't take no BS from nobody, I think Russ is like, but Jesus took a lot of BS from a lot of people, and I'm supposed to be like Jesus.
Okay, it's twofold. Jesus was passive. Jesus was also not afraid of confrontation. Jesus was going to be understanding of different perspectives, but he was also going to tell you, this is what I believe, and this is how it's going to be. I think when you're looking at Russell Wilson, absolutely, I think it's crazy out of pocket what Sean Payton has been saying to him. I think, yes, he should want to walk in whichever way helps him the most, right? He should want to walk with the Lord and do the things for himself, his family, and be a good role model for his son, and all of these things that I think he is. I've seen him before. I was at the Pro Bowl this year. Him and Sierra taking pictures with their family, or just taking pictures together and stuff, while the rest of the dudes is over here just like messing around doing yada yada. He's full-time dad, and I understand that. On the flip side of it, though, like I said, he does, like, you had these players come out and say these things about him. Maybe he handled them privately, but the public narrative is that you didn't do anything. We also know some people, maybe he didn't say anything to them after it and didn't really close up those things. I think it's about clear and concise communication as well, though. Like, if someone's upset at you, you don't run away from it. You don't just hide from it. You let them know, hey, not what my intention was, not what I wanted to do or wanted to make you feel, but this is how I actually meant to make you feel.
Yeah.
It's just, to me, I'm not saying he's soft. I'm not trying to say he's soft. I'm saying, though,
That's what Payton
as a
said.
36-year-old man, no, I mean, that's what he thinks.
That is what Payton
Is
said.
Sean Payton crazy for trying? You try the people that you think you can try.
Yeah.
Jonathan Gannon
100%.
goes up to a rookie running
good
back,
point.
DeMercado on that contract and bangs him in the chest and then walks away because he knows if you hit me back, you really can't do nothing. He's doing that because he knows Russ isn't going to be the type to clap back or show up to the office and punch him in his face.
I hate this, Jay, because like
You're not trying Tom Brady like that.
I hate it because like, and Jay, you know me, you worked with me for maybe 5 years. I don't even remember. I'm a nice guy.
Yeah.
I'm a nice guy.
But you ain't gonna take none of that stuff neither. Though.
Hell no.
I know that.
Like,
You know what I'm
but on the
saying?
surface, like people who look on the outside in, like, oh, Acho a square, Acho a sucker, Acho this, Acho that. Okay,
You're not taking none of that.
try me if you want to.
And that is my
you know what I mean? Like,
that is my only thing with Russ. And I'm
but hold on. But is Russ better than all of us? Like, is Russ just a better human than all of us? Sure, I'm not going to take it. You're not going to take it. Care Bear not going to take it. But maybe Russ is just a better human than all of us. Maybe Russ has just figured it out. Maybe Russ has just reached enlightenment. Maybe Russ has just gotten to a level where all of this stuff is riffraff. Vengeance is mine, says the Lord. I'm going to let God take care of it.
So why
God
now?
take care of
Though,
them.
then? If he's better than us, why now? Because that's my only thing. If you're better than us, why now? No, you just got to a breaking point to where you like, I'm tired of all this BS. And I'm tired of the disrespect. That's enough, Sean Payton. Right? You done drug my name through the mud. That's enough. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't drug my name through the mud as a player. You drug my name through the mud as a person. And you got these people looking at me like I'm soft. You got these people looking at me like I'm selfish. You got these people looking at me like I'm not good player anymore. That's what you got the world looking at. That's why we talking about this. That's why we clapping for Russ being able to say something back. You brought up a good point, man. What would Jesus do? That's what you saying what Russ is, right? Well, Russ got kids too. He got boys. How long you gonna sit there and let your son get disrespected like this before you tell your son to speak up for himself? How long? Because I tell my kids right now, somebody do something like this, somebody disrespect you like that, you do what you got to do. I pick you up, take you to get ice cream. and that's just straight up like, what kind of messages you sending your son? You do not, as a man, that is one of the biggest things. Forget money, forget all that type of stuff. You don't disrespect me, man. And if you do, it's going to be a problem.
Yeah.
And I'm going to let you know right there. And if you got a problem, we can step outside. This is his first time doing that.
Is you think Russ is only doing this now because he's not the starter? Because, you know, Russ has probably realized, like, look, the Steelers ain't want me. The Raiders and Pete Carroll ain't want me. The NFL right now don't want me as a starter. So I ain't got nothing to lose no more. I had an image to protect when I was a starting quarterback. At the backup quarterback, everybody can get it. You think this has more to do with Russ reaching a breaking point, or Russ ain't the starter, so he ain't got nothing to lose? Cut me if you want to. I don't want to be a backup, no way. What y'all think?
I think it's the person who said it.
Oh.
There's probably some people right now, if they tweeted something, you know they don't rock with you.
Yeah, you know
respond.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? I already know you don't like me. I'm responding. I could probably tweet something about you, be like, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's the person who said it, and I think Russ is pissed off. And he like, I'm not finna sit back here no more and just let you keep dragging me like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's finally time to respond, and he did.
Care Bear, what the chat talking about in this?
I don't know. The chat all over the place. Some of them saying that Russ is just bad. That's not really what the conversation is about. The man's 36 years old in the later half of his career. Some of them saying, Train here calling me Chef Boyard Bear. He said I was cooking. He called me Brother Bear too. That's crazy. Some people say I'm not taking no advice from a dude named Care Bear. I'm not taking disrespect though. I'm sorry.
There it is.
I wouldn't put up with half of the stuff that Russell Wilson put up with. My name might be Care Bear, but I'm not getting tried like that. You got your mind? No. But yeah, that's pretty much what we got going on in the chat. Moving forward, though, we have some other news around the league. Shedeur Sanders dropped this tweet today. First time really keep it
hold
the
on,
conversation
I'm not reading
on
all
guys.
this.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
you're
not reading all that?
I'm not reading
You want
all
me to
that.
read it for you?
Summarize it, bro.
Okay, I got you. Essentially, he was saying that the biggest lesson he's learned through this process this season was trusting in God. Yeah, I mean we've kind of reached that point in the season where he's just I mean him and Coach Sanders, they love tweeting like this during the season.
Do you think, Tomito, this is Shedeur essentially saying I'm done fighting in every way? I'm done fighting.
Waving
with
a white flag.
I'm done fighting with the media. I'm done fighting with my coaches. I'm done fighting with Rex Ryan on Get Up. I'm done fighting with y'all on social media. I'm done fighting. Because whenever somebody brings up, like he said, the true success is built on God and God's the one who can open all these doors, is this Shedeur James Jones kind of just saying, I'm done? Clearly, Dylan Gabriel's going to be the guy going forward. Shedeur Sanders didn't get in the game when they were up 31-6. Yeah. It was game over. Yeah. They were up 31-6, and then if y'all remember, in the loss 2 weeks prior, Shedeur didn't get into the game when they were losing clearly and handedly. Yeah. I think Shedeur just now realizes the Browns don't want me to play. They are not playing me under any circumstance.
Yeah. The Dolphins had their backup in the game. Why would you not?
Correct.
Yeah, it made no sense.
Well, that's because Shedeur's a different backup. They won the game, right? Well, my man had 90 yards passing.
Yeah.
They won the game off of defense. And Myles Garrett, and they scoring on defense, they doing all that. So if they push Shedeur in the game for 2 minutes and he makes 2 throws, do you know how many questions Stefanski's going to have to answer?
Yeah.
He's going to have to answer that. So I think this is Shedeur. Just putting his hands up, man. Like, it's out of my control.
Like he's waving the white flag.
Not waving the white flag, because we all know that he wants to play. We see the kid training on his off days and all that. We know he wants to play. But I think this is him throwing his hands up like, man, it's not in my hands. Y'all got a dude starting over me that ain't nobody have better than me in college. You drafted him over me for some odd reason that don't nobody know. Don't nobody know why I fell in the draft and all that. I've been trying to fight it. Every single time I've had my opportunities to make plays in college and in the pros, I've done that. That's why everybody fighting for me to get in the game right now, because they know that I'm a better quarterback than Dylan Gabriel. But obviously something with the Cleveland Browns is saying, man, we don't think so. But I'm done. You know what I'm saying? I've seen this dude play the last 2 games, and that's Dylan Gabriel, and he's not looked good. And yes, they found a way to win the game, but it should have been Shedeur time. And it's not. And it's not for some reason. So I think that tweet is just like, fellas, I'm done. You know what I mean? God got it, whatever this may be for me, may be for me. But the way they have done Shedeur Sanders, we have never seen this be done in the history of the National Football
You mean
League.
that?
The way they have done Shedeur Sanders, we have never seen this done.
Elaborate. When you say the way they've done
Shedeur,
Shedeur, how have they done Shedeur Sanders in your mind?
You're
Because you know some stories. I'm not going to out you.
Yeah.
But you shared a private story with
100%.
me during the draft process about Shedeur Sanders as to why a certain team that we all thought was going to take Shedeur didn't take Shedeur.
But since we've been playing this game, Acho, and I'm sure, Care Bear, you played in high school.
Yeah.
You know, since we've been playing this game, right, you know who the ballers are. And usually your play talks, right? The whole year, who were the top 2 quarterbacks?
It was Shedeur Sanders
and Cam Ward.
Cam Ward.
Right?
Yep.
Who was the third one? Jackson Dart.
Jackson Dart.
Yeah.
Who was the fourth one? Maybe
Toss
Will
up.
Howard
That was
and all
toss up.
that.
Tyler
Yeah.
Shuck, whoever
Drew
you like.
Aller.
We ain't
Yeah.
said
Quinn
Dylan
Ewert,
Gabriel's
yeah.
name yet.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
Shedeur Sanders went in the 5th round because of character, because of flashy, because of whatever you wanted to say. Cool. He went into the 5th round.
Yeah.
Then he stepped into the Cleveland Browns organization as a 5th round pick. And it's very, very clear he's better than Dylan Gabriel.
Mm-hmm.
When he stepped on the field compared to when Dylan Gabriel stepped on the field, he is a better quarterback than Dylan Gabriel.
Yes, sir.
The last 2 games, Dylan Gabriel has been playing awful.
But they won.
One of them.
Yes, sir.
But he has been playing awful at the quarterback position. You even got Myles Garrett coming up there saying, I'm tired of playing the same style. To where we got to go out here and we got to win every game on defense. I'm tired of playing the same style.
Isn't part of
Shedeur
this,
Sanders.
Isn't part of this Shedeur's responsibility? Here's why. Ravens wanted to draft him. He'd be starting right now for the Ravens after Lamar hurt, moving on from Cooper Rush. Yeah. The Eagles wanted to draft him. Obviously, he wouldn't be starting for the Philadelphia Eagles, but he'd be a part of a great organization, at least backing up Jalen Hurts instead of Dylan Gabriel en route to the playoffs. Another team that you know of wanted to draft Shedeur, but based upon a pre-draft interview, they moved him off the board and they ended up drafting another quarterback. What part of this is Shedeur Sanders responsible for? Because collusion, NFL hates him, sure. But is Shedeur responsible in your mind for any of this? If he was one of your kids, obviously he has an incredible father, but if he was one of your kids, what part of this is Shedeur responsible for?
I don't think Shedeur is responsible for any of it of how the NFL has treated him. I really don't. I don't, because it's been so many dudes that have came out of college with character problems.
Yeah.
Shedeur didn't have that. Whoever your dad is, Shedeur didn't have that. But the way they played on the football field is where they got drafted. Mm-hmm. If you are a first-round talent, you are going to get drafted in the first round. Mm-hmm. If you are a second-round talent, you're going in the second round. Nobody has been treated like Shedeur. And we're always touching on something here and there like he's a bad kid.
But and I'm playing devil's advocate, though the devil needs no advocate. Are character problems and distractions the same thing? Meaning this, Tim Tebow didn't have character problems, but Tim Tebow is a distraction because he was Tim Tebow. I don't believe Colin Kaepernick had character problems, depending on where you fall on the ledger in regards to him kneeling, though a former Green Beret did in fact tell him to kneel. Depending on where you fall on that, I don't think Colin Kaepernick had character problems, but Colin Kaepernick was indeed a distraction. I don't believe Michael Sam had character problems. For those who've watched the league long enough to know that 2013 Rams took him as an undrafted player, though he was the SEC Defensive Player of the Year. I don't think Michael Sam had character problems, but Michael Sam was a distraction. I don't think Carl Nassib had character problems, but you could suggest that Kyle Nassib within the locker room was a distraction. So though Shedeur obviously doesn't have character problems, that last name Sanders, whether we like it or not, could indeed make him a distraction to some organizations.
But all them names that you saying wasn't playing like Shedeur Sanders. Tim Tebow is probably the only one that in college dominated in college and played that way. But other than that, Michael Sam and Carl Nass, they wasn't playing like Shedeur. This dude was a first-round pick. Mm-hmm. And where did Tim Tebow end up going? In the first round.
Johnny Manziel.
You know what I'm saying? Johnny Manziel, all the distractions. He went in the first round. That's why I'm saying there has not been a player treated like Shedeur, man. And it's crazy because he doesn't have any of them character problems. You know what I'm saying? And if you are a coach and all that type of stuff, and you looking at Shedeur and you like, man, especially right now being in Cleveland, if we really keeping it a buck, Shedeur Sanders has done everything right since he's been in Cleveland.
That's a lie.
How?
The miming.
Okay. All right.
So now we nitpicking.
We're not nitpicking. We're being honest, Jay.
It was
that wasn't right.
Well, my thing is though, a third string quarterback on any team could go out there and be like, "Hey, looking at the quarterback play across the league, I think I could start," and it wouldn't make national headlines like crazy because people don't care what third string
like that.
I want my quarterback. That's what I'm saying. I
was sitting in Green Bay at times at the fourth wide receiver, I start at 31.
But it's not about thinking it. That's not the problem. I'm gonna hit you in your heart real quick. Green Bay Packers first round pick wide receiver today, Matthew Golden. He tweeted, "LOL."
Get
And
him
now
the
that's
ball.
and now that's the story. A.J. Brown Instagram caption just yesterday after he had like 114 yards. He tweeted like,
Get me the
use
ball.
me, y'all use me, but y'all don't use me. The problem is not thinking it. The problem is saying it. Especially if you're supposed to be a franchise quarterback. I feel y'all think it all day long, but I don't know that you can say
I'm
it.
not playing right now, Acho. It's not like he's the starter.
Yeah.
I'm not playing right now.
Fair.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm better than some of these quarterbacks playing right now.
The league got to show
What's
him that he
wrong with
can't.
that?
That's another
Yeah.
thing though too. Like
They don't want to put him out there because they know he's going to have success. He's showing you that he's going to have success in the league.
I feel that. I can't wait to
he's
see
won
it,
everyone. We
kid,
got a
bro.
$20 super chat from Vic Damone Jr. Say, y'all
Damone!
preaching tonight, but hot take, I don't think Shedeur touches the field this season. Possible
that's gonna
trade
be
coming
crazy.
in the offseason and a hashtag pour up.
Hashtag.
They saying
time
pour
to
up, man.
pour
They
up.
saying
Hold
pour
on, let me
up.
Drink my water.
They
Then.
saying
Let
pour
me-
up, man.
as we get the pour, you keep get Care Bear.
Come on now. Come on now.
Get Care
I've been looking
Bear
forward to
one,
this one
bruh.
tonight,
Get
man.
Care
I need
Bear
it.
one.
I need it right there. Thank you. Appreciate
Pour
you.
me one.
Yeah, and I got you. I'll put you
Yeah,
up one
pour
too
me
as
one,
well.
man.
Moving forward though, we do have to switch gears here to the New
my
York
gosh.
Football Jets.
Bro.
It's
This was
a
the craziest
situation.
thing. If we thought Sean Payton took a shot,
Man,
what
it
the
was,
owner
it
of the
was-
Jets did to Justin Fields might be the most damning quote you will ever hear in your life. Do we have it?
Yeah, no, we do have it. Woody Johnson, the owner, he said that the QB decision is completely up to the coach, Aaron Glenn, and he hasn't announced his plans, but he's moving forward with Tyrod Taylor as the starter of the Jets, and we do have audio here from what he had to say.
Turn
about
your volume
Justin
up,
Fields.
please.
Yeah, listen
Please.
to this.
Turn it around.
Well, it looks like he's turning around parts of it. You know, it's hard when you have a quarterback with, with a rating that we got. You know, he has the ability, but something just is not jiving. But if you look at any head coach with a quarterback like that, you're going to see similar results if you go across the league. You have to play consistently with, at that position, and that's what we're going to try to do for the remainder of the season.
So what gives
That's
you
good.
hope?
That's good. That's good. That's good. That's
He
good.
then went on to say if we could just complete a pass, it would look good. And you know what the saddest part is, Acho? You're not wrong. He's not
Bruh.
he's not wrong.
Can I
right
say
now.
this though?
He's not wrong.
Can I say this? This is how billionaires read you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
your homeboys, bro. You sorry, bruh.
Yeah.
Magic City parking lot, bruh.
Yeah.
This is how per my previous email. You know, this is what that was. As I stated in the last email, this is how billionaires read you, bruh.
Yeah.
He wanted to insult Justin Fields' intelligence. Honestly, I feel like that's how you talk about that little kid that struggles in school. That's how he has the ability. It's just he's just not putting it together. Bruh, that was the most damning quote, and that let me know Justin Fields won't ever start again, barring injury.
Yeah.
Wow.
He can't.
Is that how you guys feel? He's done as a starter.
Well, I mean, if you watching the tape and you watching the games, Woody telling the truth.
Yeah.
Like, I know this is a day and age, man, where, a lot of cats are sensitive, Acho.
That's true. That's true.
But if Justin Fields was my son,
What you telling him?
you are playing weak, dog. You're not that good. And that's just true facts. And my kids know. If they watch it, they know. I would tell them that. You're not playing good right now. They're not a good passing team.
At all.
He's not throwing the ball well. They're not going to win games the way he's playing quarterback. Everything he's saying is true. But we in this sensitive world now, man, and we playing this gladiator competitive sport. You got to keep it real with people at times. They flew my dog Aaron Rodgers there to keep it real with him, right? Everybody looking at him funny in the offices. We flew you out here just to tell you we going another direction.
Preach, Jay.
They did that, so at one point we can't be sensitive on him now. Because that boy over there in Pittsburgh slinging that thing.
He is. Pause that,
And
but he is.
he throwing it. all over the yard.
Yeah, there it is.
And now you going over here, you got Justin Fields who's not playing well. And to be honest with you, Tyrod Taylor came in the game last week and he wasn't too much better.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't know where the Jets are going to go at quarterback, but everything their owner is saying is true. And if I was the owner with billions of dollars, I would say the same thing, right? But I would start with saying I blame my coach. Because I had a dude in here that could throw the ball with the best of them still at 40. Mm-hmm. And that's a true statement. But you wanted him out of the building because you didn't think you would be the leader. He would be whispering in the back, all this funny stuff without even meeting with the guy. So this is all on him to start it off, putting all your eggs in the basket with Justin Fields, thinking Justin Fields is going to turn it around. And right now, he hasn't. And I was rooting for Justin Fields, but he hasn't. He's been playing bad football.
Should Aaron Glenn survive the season?
I don't agree with firing coaches after 1 year. I believe you got to give a coach at least 3 years to let him turn it around. I truly do. To see what his vision is, to let him turn it around and do that. But to be honest with you, how he's starting off and some of the decisions that he's making.
Agree with that. Because to me, Aaron Glenn is as bad at his job right now as Justin Fields is at his job.
And I agree with you.
They're both terrible at their jobs. Yep. Head coach, the first thing you have to do is assess your coaching staff and assess your roster. Clearly, the offensive staff isn't great, and then the roster decision was terrible by not retaining Aaron Rodgers, to James's point. So, Aaron Glenn, your staff ain't no good, your roster ain't no good, and your decision-making isn't good. Mm-hmm. Aaron Glenn, James, cussed out a reporter at the end of last game, the London games, for asking if Justin Fields was going to get benched, just to bench Justin Fields at halftime of the next game. So, Aaron Glenn, you don't even trust yourself. Because if you were that confident in Justin Fields, why the hell you bench him after 2 more bad quarters?
And not only that, in the London game, it's 4th down, you go for it.
Don't get me started, bro.
You feel what I'm saying?
Don't get me started.
You call it, and then you just go to halftime.
Yeah.
So it's like, man, a lot of the stuff is on him as well. But I agree with Woody, and Woody probably frustrated too. He's been watching this for a long time. So at the end of the day, I'm tired of it. But not only that, he's speaking straight facts. They not playing well at the quarterback spot right now. But I would have started with the coach.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely got to start with the coach. It's tough, 7 games in to just be like, oh, well, the coach is just completely failing at his job. I think you got to inspire some sort of confidence as an owner into your coach because that's who you appointed to the position. As a player, you're very it's like you're. I can have you here one day, you're out the next. I can just bench you at the end of the day if you're playing bad. So I think he's being honest about his team's performance, and I mean the 45 and 46 yards that Justin Fields thrown for the past 2 weeks. They do kind of say that. We got some super chats. So Josh McNeely said Fields can't throw over 20 yards, and Drake May has a perfect passing rating for all of his throws over 20 yards. As a Pats fan, I love this. The Jets have never been able to throw the ball though. Like literally, literally, the Patriots are the forward pass for the entire AFC East until Josh Allen showed up. It just is what it is. Moving forward though. We got to talk about your team, James Jones.
Go Pack, go!
Go Pack, go!
Somehow, some way, the Green Bay Packers are currently sitting at the top of the NFC playoff picture. We also had that super chat earlier. Christian Watson potentially coming back as well. Yeah. Are the Packers the best team in the NFC right now, in your opinion?
Cook, Jay?
You already know what it is. No.
Oh, wow. Oh, no. Oh, wow.
No. We, defensively, we are playing well.
Yeah.
You know, other than us giving up 40 against the Dallas Cowboys, defensively we are doing our thing. When I look at the Rams on both sides of the ball, offense and defensively, and the way Matthew Stafford is playing, I like the Rams a little bit more than I like us right now. I still cannot count out the champs because Jalen Hurts just knows how to win. The Detroit Lions have been the owner of that division the last 2 years. So the Packers got to take it from them before I give them the crown back in that division. But the main thing why I say no is that we're inconsistent on offense right now. Josh Jacobs is our workhorse. We know that we go through Josh Jacobs. But Jordan Love and the offense, we have to find a way to be more consistent. And we don't have that killer mindset right now offensively. We don't put teams away. We don't. The good teams to go win a Super Bowl, you go dominate teams like the Cardinals.
Yeah.
You dominate teams like the Cincinnati Bengals with Joe Flacco. Those ain't close games until the fourth quarter, and Micah Parsons got to get a sack to win the game. They have not put together a complete game yet of just dominance. Defense has put together some dominant games. Offense have had some spurts, but they have not been consistent offensively. And to be honest with you, we know our identity, that's run. But in the past game, we got a first rounder that I don't think we're using the right way. You know, Romeo Dobbs is probably our best receiver out there right now, but we're using zero. We're using Matthew Golden like he's a Swiss Army knife. So in the passing game, we're not consistent right now. So I don't want to sit up here
Jordan
and say,
Love, because I worked with you for the last 4 years, and you've literally told me the same exact thing for 3 years straight. Jordan Love, when he really supplanted himself as a starter, you've been telling me Jordan Love is not consistent for years. He's finally gotten paid off the field. He's gotten engaged, if not married. Life is in order off the field. Life is in order on the field. Now all those young receivers are veteran receivers, year 3, year 4 for most of them. Matthew Golden, obviously a rookie. Don't you got to put this on Love?
You got to put most of it on Jordan Love. He taking the snaps, and Jordan Love is my guy. And you hear anybody talk about the Green Bay Packers and talk about Jordan Love, we all say that it's a superstar in the making at the quarterback spot. But if we're really sitting up here right now, even 7 weeks into the season, Jordan Love has been playing some inconsistent football.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And if this team is going to go win a Super Bowl, he is going to have to be the best player on the field at times. I don't know. I have not watched a game yet this season that he was the best player on the field.
Wow.
I've watched a game where Josh was. I watched a game where Micah was. But I have yet to watch a game to where Jordan Love was the best player on the field. I watched a game where Dak Prescott was against the Green Bay Packers, but I have yet to watch one to where Jordan Love is the best player on the field. And I put some of that on him, and I put some of that on LaFleur. How are we using all of our weapons?
Let me ask you this, though. You keep telling me we're waiting on Jordan Love to be more consistent and take the next step. You know when you be waiting on your kid, your nephew, your niece, your child to take that next step, and then finally, like, they just don't? Like, is Jordan? At what point is it like, bruh, Jordan Love? I think is year 5 or year 6. Like, at what point or do we have our doubt? I thought Jordan Love was going to win MVP last year.
Yeah, it's year 3 as a starter, though, right?
Should be 4, no?
He sat behind 12 for 2. I think this is year
just
3.
year 3 as a starter. That's fair.
So, yeah.
That's fair. Yeah, because that first year went to the playoffs and beat the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Okay, so still in your mind, still young, even though he's going in year 6.
It's just hard to watch him play and throw the ball and see the type of quarterback he is to not think that he's gonna become that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So with Jordan Love, like I say, man, he could throw the ball with the best of them. He's mobile, he can move, he can run, but he just has to do it at a higher level. Like, I think he needs to go out there and take the mindset that I don't have Josh Jacobs. I don't have Micah Parsons. I got to go win these games. I think he needs to take that mindset to really show, man, I'm the best player on the field.
But as it stands right now, it's the same old Packers in your mind.
I do,
Win a
man.
playoff game or two.
I think this right now, the way we're playing right now, I don't think this type of play will get us to the Super Bowl. I think it'll get us an early exit. I really do. But now, once Jordan Love figures it out, we figure out how we're going to use Matthew Golden. I think we get Christian Watson back. I think we're going to have some action. But I got to see the offense play at a more consistent level.
That's fair. Okay, bro, what chat on?
No, chat's essentially just saying that Jordan Love, I mean, they're kind of on the. He's an inconsistent quarterback, and that the NFC has a problem with inconsistency at the quarterback position across the board, which I honestly agree with. But I'm kind of on the side of it is his 3rd year. It is time to take that step. This is probably the best team that he had since his first year starting. Do I think they're a serious threat, though, in the NFC this year? No, I just don't. You have all of the weapons and really everything that you should have to be successful.
Who are you taking over them?
The Eagles. I still have the Eagles over them. I have the Rams over them, and I like the Lions as well. I don't know if the Lions are going to be able to make that deep of a run, but I think the Lions end up winning that division.
But crazy enough, though, truth be told, it matters who hosts. The Rams aren't beating the Packers in Lambeau Field in January. They're like, respectfully, they're not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, now, are they beating them in SoFi? Yeah. I don't know if the Lions would still probably get the Packers because the Lions got the Packers number weirdly.
I will be honest though, the Packers schedule. I mean, since playing Dallas, they had Cincinnati without Joe Burrow. They had Arizona this past week
without
Kyler Murray, and then you have Pittsburgh. This is going to be the Sunday night game that we have coming up. And then you get Carolina until it kind of ramps up later on with Philadelphia. But I mean, it's going to be a tough one. You know what's going to be really nasty though? I think in 4 weeks we're going to be talking about the Bears like in that divisional race. Given their schedule, their schedule is extremely easy.
They 4-2.
They're 4-2 right now, and over the next couple of weeks, the Bears are going to be in that combo. No, I don't believe in them.
Yeah,
I don't believe in them at all. But I think record wise, if the Packers don't lock in, and they can't have any more sloppy games, and I just don't trust them to do that. Yeah. I trust the Lions to figure it out, but I don't really trust the Packers as of right now. Moving forward to talking about the AFC, the Ravens made some news. Apparently, after the loss to Kansas City, the Ravens coaching staff removed several distractions from the locker room, including a ping pong table, cornhole boards, a basketball hoop, and video game consoles. They said, "You're here to work. We're not having no fun." What is y'all's reaction to this? And also, you know, what I've always wanted to know. I think everyone wants to know, what's an NFL like locker room or like fun room like if there's one of those?
Well, I just came from Green Bay.
Okay.
And their locker room is probably the coldest locker room and facilities in the National Football League. Wow. Look like the day spots, glass, mirrors, everything. They got video games, ping pong. They got everything, man. This right here screams to me, coach about to get fired, and you're taking all the fun out of the building. And I don't know how much harder this team gonna play for Harbaugh. You can't do changes like this. Acho, we've been in locker rooms. Yeah. When coaches make changes like this, it's like, bro, ping pong ain't why we ain't tackling.
Correct.
Cornhole ain't why we ain't catching passes.
Facts.
This ain't why we ain't tackling on special teams and all that.
True.
What is we talking about?
Yeah.
This is players and coaches not doing their job. It don't got nothing to do with mini basketball hoop in the gym before meetings. You got 5 minutes to walk into the locker room and shoot the little mini hoop. Hey, man, play pig real quick. That got nothing to do with me out here running the route versus cover 2.
Yeah.
This screams panic by the coach, losing a locker room, losing a team, and without Lamar Jackson, they not good. And if they don't find a way to get it together, I believe this is Harbaugh's last year there, and I'm a Harbaugh fan.
You can't ground NFL players.
Yeah, they're not children.
And this was like, you're grounded. We're taking away cornhole.
Come on, man.
We're taking away ping pong tables. You better not look at your cell phone, little Tim. Like, you can't ground NFL players, bro.
It's been like that for years in there.
You know what I mean? Like, and to James's point, the Ravens aren't losing games because of a foosball table. The Ravens aren't losing games because of a cornhole table or a ping pong table. They're losing games because schematically they're deficient. Tackling-wise, they're soft. They're very ineffective right now, and they don't have Lamar Jackson. So, like, that's why they're losing games. It ain't got nothing to do with ping pong. I think they're literally grasping at straws. And if you drowning, you will try to clutch at anything to bring you back afloat. And right now, Harbaugh's drowning, and the Ravens are drowning, and they're literally trying to clutch at anything to save them. And I don't think there's a savior coming.
Harbaugh's been around this game for a very long time, and for him to do something like this, he has to know that he's on thin ice. Mm-hmm. He's been around too long to know, like, hey, man, we ain't playing well. You know what I think we should do? The foosball, the mini basketball court, the video game, we need to get all that out of there. You're going to lose the team like that. And now they're going to think you out here running a super, super tight ship.
Yeah.
They not going to want to come into the building. Right now, they probably want to come into the building and want to play some video games with their homies or whatever. Now they not even going to want to come back to the building or come into the building. Yeah. That's how you making it. You can't do it like that. You're going to lose a team.
And the other thing, bro, like James said, when you sorry, eventually players want to check out.
100%.
Like, players are human, too.
And some of that stuff is the only thing keeping us close.
Correct.
Man, I've been 0-10. Shoot, if I ain't have basketball courts to play some horse for some money and all that, I've been there, man, me a long day at work. You need some of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And now you're taking it out. We already struggling without our quarterback. Yeah. So now we just sitting in the locker room. Looking at each other. Ain't nobody interacting, so we're not a close team now. Everybody in their lockers on their phones. That's how it happens. That's why that stuff was in there from the get-go. That's why you put it in there.
It's team building, team bonding, all that.
It is team building. And also, I think a lot of coaches say that they like those types of games in there so the guys can compete.
Correct.
The guys can get the competitive juices flowing or whatever.
You're taking it out because we can't tackle or throw passes.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. Speaking of another team that's straight ass, the Las Vegas Raiders. Rookie running back Ashton Jeanty was in the news this week. During his media availability, he had some choice words to say about the culture.
If we're being honest, it's been, a losing culture around here for a long time. But we have to continue to work to fix that and bring winning back here.
Is it almost a matter then that the bye is coming at a good time so that everybody can kind of recalibrate, or would you rather just keep going, or the bye is good for injuries? What do you think?
I mean, bye is good either way. Just, kind of let guys refresh, let guys' bodies heal a little bit. Regardless if we won or lost, a bye would be good for us. But
I know Ashton, very positive, very vibrant guy. It looks like the fight has been damn near beaten out of him at this point right now. He looks drained right now with everything that's happened.
James,
That's a interview after a 31-0 beatdown. 96 yards of total offense. 40 yards rushing. That is a frustrating young fella right there.
Yeah.
That's speaking the facts. And I think that's what Pete Carroll is trying to bring there, a winning culture. But the players that we brought there to help us start this winning culture, and I'm going to point out Geno Smith is not playing good football right now. I'm watching the Indianapolis Colts have a heck of a season because the coach is putting Daniel Jones in a phenomenal situation to make plays. I'm watching Baker Mayfield play really good football. I'm watching the young fella Jackson Dart from the Giants have them in football games. Before the season, if we said put these quarterbacks in order, Geno probably would be at the top. But right now he's at the bottom the way he's playing. And this is a frustrated young fella coming in there after this 31-0 blowout. And it's true. The Raiders right now do not have an identity, and they do not know how to win. They don't.
But how the hell do you fix that?
You bring in winners. You have to bring in more players. You have to hit on the draft. You know how it go, Acho. If you don't have the players in there to really compete and win for a championship, that knows how to compete and win for a championship, it's going to be hard on you. And the Raiders do have some good players in there. But when you look at the Eagles roster, you look at the Packers roster, you look at the Chiefs roster, the Raiders don't have that roster yet. They trying to put that roster together, and it don't help that some of our good players, Brock Bowers, Jacoby Myers, ain't playing, but they don't have that roster. You have to build a winning roster, too, to have a winning culture, and we don't have that right now.
I think part of me is, though, like, I feel Ashton Genty, but he also a young buck talking, because Ashton hasn't been special.
No.
He don't even know enough
Have
about
they
a
given
bye
him
week.
a chance to be special?
He can't do nothing behind
He
that
can't,
line,
but,
man.
like, even when I see him, I don't see dynamic. And what I mean by that is, like, Jahmyr Gibbs was probably drafted around the same spot as Ashton Genty, right? Jahmyr went 13th overall. Where Ashton went the first round?
Genty was 6.
Yeah.
Oh, like, you know what I mean? Like,
Genty got drafted
I
in
don't
the same
see,
area
I
as
don't
me.
see Jahmyr. I don't see Bijan. I don't see other first round, top 15 type of running backs. I think the Raiders, James, they're in purgatory forever.
So this is what I will say with the Raiders, and this is why I think Genty is frustrated. Whenever the offense this year has played well, and they have 2 wins, in one of those wins he had
like $130 or something.
$130,
Yeah.
3 touchdowns, all that. Every time he gets the ball, this offense is pretty good. You go to the Kansas City Chiefs, playing Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid, and you're the Las Vegas Raiders. What would be your game plan on offense, Acho?
If I'm playing the Chiefs,
And you're the Raiders offensive coordinator. What would be your plan?
we got to score points, first off.
Well, we got to score. All right.
We gotta score a lot of
But how about the boy on the sideline?
Got to keep him off the field.
Got to keep him
I got
off
to keep
the field.
Pat off the field.
How you
I
going
gotta
to do
keep
that,
Run the
Acho?
ball, obviously. Time of possession.
So you know I work for the Raiders.
Yes, sir.
First 15 scripted plays.
Yep.
1 run.
That's it.
1 run, Acho.
Uh-oh.
In the first 15 scripted plays. This is game planning. Right? The game ain't really even got started right now. We don't got no in-game adjustments. We are off of our first 15 scripted plays.
1 run.
Brock Bowers is gone. Number 1 option. Jacoby Myers is gone. Number 2 option. 1 running play from Chip Kelly in the first 15. How does that make sense? What the young fella probably wanted to say is, the offensive coordinator don't know what he's doing, and we ain't out here running the ball. 2 of our best players out. They give me the ball 4 times in the first half.
Dang.
And you know what I had? 4.9 to carry. You know what I'm saying? So The burst, the Jahmyr Gibbs burst and making people miss in the phone booth, we ain't seen that from him yet. But when he does get it in volume, we've seen him play well. Chip Kelly, you got to get the young boy going. When you give him the ball, the offense is straight. The ball goes out of Geno Smith's hands into his hands. The offense does well. I'm not saying they win in all the games, but the offense does well. How do you script the first 15 plays, man, without two of your best pass catchers, knowing your quarterback struggling throwing interceptions, and you got one run in the first 15, man? That's crazy. So when you're talking about winning culture and all that, to me, that ain't even putting your players in the position to have success.
You preaching.
You ain't even helping us. You know what I'm saying? And I can say that here because I said that with the Raiders. You ain't even putting us in a position to have success. As a coach, the greatest coaches I've been around put their players, whether they're good or not, in position to have success. If you ain't got no bona fide number one wide receiver that could get off the line of scrimmage like Justin Jefferson, you know what you're doing? You in bunch formations, you motioning, you doing all that type stuff to help your players as an offensive coordinator. I don't just have that A.J. Brown that I can say, hey, go win, dog. Hey, Jamar Chase, go win. I don't have that. So you got to get creative. We didn't have two of our best pass catchers, man. And this young fella, man, had 4 carries in the first half, 1 carry in the first 15.
But don't you have to earn the right to carry the ball? And when you look at Ashton Jeanty this season, week 1, 19 carries, 38 yards. So I gave him the ball 19 times. He only had 2 carries with it. Sure. Week 2, 11 carries, 43 yards. Week 3, 17 carries, 63 yards.
Carries.
But James, if I give you 19 and you only give me 38, why would I give you more? If I give you 17 carries, you only give me 63, why the hell would I give you more?
But all I'm saying is when they gave them them carries, if you're giving them carries and you're giving them often, who is it helping? It's helping Geno and Brock. Now you get one-on-one coverage.
Yeah.
If you're not just running the young fella, they're going to be dropping back in coverage.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, Genty's only scored touchdowns in 3 games this year. They were the 3 games that he had more than 20-plus touches. So, like, you need touches to be able to get in that rhythm as well. I mean, I'm not going to – his first game, he gets 19 carries at 38. But then, later on, 21 carries, 138, and he gets 2 touchdowns through the air. He's a volume guy. He's a bruiser.
But
like,
you know,
he's small, but he's
here's
a bruiser,
the problem,
bro.
because I was thinking about this. This ain't Boise State.
No.
You know what I mean? Like,
It's not.
You're not getting 34 carries, Genty.
Nope.
We don't have 34 to give
34.
you. And you ain't earned the right to get 34. But you're right. Like, in Boise, he is a bruiser. He was a, give me the ball more, I'll wear down the defense, they'll stop wanting to
hard to
tackle me,
tackle.
and then I'm going to take one to the crib.
Yeah.
In the NFL, y'all saw a Jahmyr Gibbs opening drive. Last night, was it?
Yeah.
Monday night.
Yeah.
Jahmyr Gibbs' first drive of the game.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm giving you 50 yards on about like 5 touches.
Yeah.
So you gonna know to keep giving me these carries. Montgomery, this ain't your game. You sit out this game. It's all me.
Yeah.
So like in the NFL, you know, you got to make the most of your touches. I also think he has to make the most of his touches.
Okay.
That's a learning curve for him, though, in his first year, in my
Agreed.
opinion. That's what he needs.
So what I'm trying to get y'all to understand, if you're the offensive coordinator right now for the Las Vegas Raiders, Brock is out.
Yeah.
Jacoby's out. What's your game plan?
It's got to be Genty.
You gotta see.
gotta be
You
Genty.
gotta see what volume he is. You have to.
Yeah.
That's all of
That's your
I'm
only chance.
saying.
Yeah.
That's your only chance to win. And your quarterback been struggling. You gonna go out there and try to throw the ball over the yard with Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid, man, and not get his dude some touches. And right now, he the best player on the offense. Crazy.
Dang.
Yeah, no, I mean it's
know.
it's a tough one. They also, I mean, you mentioned the 15 scripted plays. They only ran double that much in the game against the Chiefs on Sunday. The Chiefs actually had just as many first downs as the Raiders had plays run. Yeah, it's tough, but it's time to wrap it up. It's time to go ahead and close up the bar. We have reached last call. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a time, man. Oh yeah, go ahead, James.
You know what I'm saying? We about here. You know what I mean? We about here.
Yo, shout out to my dog James Jones in the building.
James
sir.
Jones back in the building.
chat. Can y'all show some love to James? Like, let's make sure, you know what I mean?
man.
Like, if y'all want James here, show some love.
Yeah, show some love. Show some love to James, man. If y'all in the chat, make sure y'all also hit the like button, hit the bell button to be notified when we go live. I can't stress that enough. Hit the dang bell button, man. Also hit the subscribe button to make, support us. We're gonna be putting out more stuff on the community tab, shorts, whatever it is. You got it right here at the Speakeasy.
Like, show love. This is a
Show love,
homegrown
man.
show.
Show love. It costs nothing to
right.
show
For y'all.
love, man.
Show love.
It don't cost a dang thing to show some love,
Costs
man.
nothing to show love.
Hey,
man.
we appreciate
nothing to show
y'all.
love.
Tomorrow night, what time we on?
Tomorrow night, we're right back here, 11:15 p.m. Eastern. Me, Acho, in the stoop again, baby.
TJ Husman's out in the building.
TJ, hey, TJ, who's your mama back here? He's back in the studio as well. For me, for James Jones, for Emmanuel Acho, and everyone in the back, make some noise, everyone in the back. That's what I'm
They back
talking about. We'll see you guys next time right here in the Speakeasy.